But now we will turn to corporate level. I have a great pleasure to invite here Merle Liisu Lindma, who is Senior Human Resource Partner at Microsoft Corporation and formerly Skype. And we're talking about how large corporations see talent, how they compete for them, and what do they expect from a university sector to develop future talents. So please, Merle.
And I will do a short introduction. I can't talk on behalf of all corporations. I can only talk on behalf of Microsoft and how we think here and how we work here. How do you see the talent? We believe in Microsoft every person is a talent. And here I want to bring up two aspects when we do talk about how do we see it. From one hand, we always rely, whatever we do, on our mission. And our mission is to empower every person, and every organization on the planet to achieve more. So we want to empower each and every person. And on the other hand, when we do work with our talents and look for the new talents externally, then, for example, one of my Outlook email signatures is come as you are, do what you love, create the future you want. And I think these two aspects say everything. How do you think about the talent? From one hand, we want to be attractive for everybody. And on the other hand, everyone is very, very welcome. And how do we do it? How do we compete? So the compete strategy, I would say, is we want to be attractive. And we want to be attractive to everyone. Doesn't matter, are they young, are they older, are they mature, everyone. And the way how we do it is we really work hard on our culture. Inside our company, we do talk a lot about our culture. We really believe when we build up the inclusive culture, then everyone wants to work for us. And they can see the way how we see it is that Microsoft is like a platform where each and every person can realize their dreams, can realize their potential. They have a meaningful work, they have meaningful life, and that is pretty important once you are in a grown-up world. How do you define our culture? Our culture, the baseline of our culture is definitely growth mindset. We have built everything on the top of growth mindset. And when we do talk about it, we mean it. You can learn, you can learn, you can learn, you have to learn. We must be curious. We must be open to take risks. We must be brave to fail, and if we fail, to move on fast. It's a lifelong learning. And the other cultural attributes that we have built on the growth mindset, from one hand, is definitely the customer obsession, diversity, inclusion, one Microsoft. When we build up our internal processes, we do take into account, of course, our company values. Which are respect, integrity, accountability, and we really learn. We learn it, and we have a lot of trainings around that one. And there are two other things. So in the cultural aspect, what I want to highlight is, from one hand, is leadership principles, and I mean here that each and everyone is a leader, and we really, with our work, we have to do what we have to do: create clarity, generate energy, deliver success. And it must be very meaningful. And we have a very high expectations to our managers. We all know that 80% of the employees leave because of the manager. And here we go, model coach care. And the last one was what to expect from the universities to develop future talents. We do cooperate a lot with the universities, with all universities on all different levels. From educational point of view, I would say like what we see nowadays is the world is changing a lot. The work is changing, the way how we work, where we work, when we work. We need a lot of flexibility around to adapt to the university. And on the other hand, when I was, for example, I was looking around on our university sites to have something very flexible to study by myself, then there wasn't too many options, which, and when I do talk with all my children and younger generation, it looks like the education is not yet, or is bridging the gap to modernize how we teach our people. And on the other hand, when we look at the universities, I would think that the focus should go first on the talent and then on the work-related skills and knowledge. And with the talent is more like the talent development, values, teaching them to be curious, teaching them to be analytical, so that they would have a lifelong curiosity to learn. And I think the Vivid example is extraordinarily good. Because it enables, it's very inclusive, and that enables each and every person to learn. And we know that people learn in a very different way. Thank you.
Thank you, Merle, for these thoughts. To continue from here, Bill Gates is the founder of Microsoft. If you walk around Microsoft, in the virtual Microsoft or real buildings, do you see any culture, bits and pieces of culture left from Bill Gates as well, or he's gone?
He is in our council. He is very much in the business. But what we have seen, the cultural change for Microsoft started when Satya Nadella became a CEO. He is our third one. And with this one, our culture journey started from there. And then we, how could I say that one? Then we redefined ourselves, how we deliver the impact and how we do the things.
We had Rain Uussein here, who is the marketing head of Go Work A Bit, work bites they are doing and selling and providing options to different people. And he said that I think it's a good idea to look at the job offer or the place I'm working as a personal expression of who I am. Are people happy of being parts of Microsoft, expressing themselves as Microsofters, or how it is?
You mean Microsoft have almost 200,000 employees, so I am sure that it represents there is happier and less happier people. But generally, we do employee surveys, satisfaction surveys each and every year, and the employees are happy. The employees are happy, and when we go to the data, we see it as well. So I would think that people can realize their ideas and themselves and do a meaningful work.
You kind of look happy, so you're representing the best part of Microsoft, definitely. But before we were talking about the freelance work, and I don't know, in the US, 1/3 of the population is now freelancers, so project-based work they are doing. How it is in Microsoft? How many people are like full-time workers, and how many of them are like part-time? They're doing something else.
I don't have that data. Whatever I would say, I would not be. The answer would be not correct. But what I can say, how we have approached or how we have adapted over the changes that we have had over the last 18 months. I really need to admit I have not been in the office since 18 months ago, 2-3 times. We fully adapt to the hybrid working model. We do not require people to come back to the office. We let people work wherever they want to. In case someone needs to take part-time, I'm sure we support that one. The life is long, and in one person's life, there are different stages. So we support people in their life. And as you say that, people, usually our employees dedicate to the company, And when it's needed, company supports and dedicates to the person to keep them happy and help them back to track if needed.
But while you are hiring people, are you encouraging them to sharing their, I don't know, ideas and thoughts outside the organization as well, to other organizations, to the university, for example? Or is it more like restricted that I'm working for Microsoft and I can't do anything for Google, or University of Stanford, or University of Tartu?
I think you can't compare university and Google.
Yeah.
Let's make that one sure. But as far as I know, a lot of our employees do teach at the universities, to give classes at the schools. And the other way around, we encourage people to share what they know. For example, we do have 3 voluntary days where people can go back to the community and share what they have learned.
And you said that you have 200,000 people, so a huge amount of people, basically. But
it's almost.
Almost, okay. But and these people typically have options where to work. And an alternative would be, for example, young startups. How you compete with the startups who provide options and who might be more flexible as organizations? How you compete with them? How you see it? Or you just buy the startups and they even work for Microsoft?
No, I think the way how I see it, looking from the employee side, it's excellent when you have opportunity to choose. Do you either work for a startup or do you either work for the bigger companies? As many people, as many ways how they prefer to live. There seems to be room for everyone. There is the way how I say it, there are startup types, there are like more mature the people who fancy more mature companies. So and when we compete, when we do talk about the startups, let's put it this way: we do have hackathons as well. 3 or 4 times a year, and everyone is going to hack and invent something new. We encourage our people to learn a lot. I mean, startups, they are like growing business as well, and then one day they might be big mature companies as well, right?
Thanks a lot. We have talked during the last few sessions as well about the future work skills. So what do you expect from people who are joining Microsoft, professionally and socially?
When we open the role, it defines very clearly what skill set we are looking after. And this is tested. We have interviews, we have tests. And one interview is dedicated to the, I don't want to use the word soft skills, but it is dedicated to the person values, teamwork, capability, and willingness to do teamwork. So we do look for the social part as well.
Okay, we are running closer to our end of the discussion, but Microsoft has big buildings as well. Today they are empty. But have you tried to redefine what the office building is in the future? What is the role of it? It's not that you put people just to work because they can work at home, but have you redefined it?
We have. We started the journey knowing precisely that we don't know where we end up precisely in 3, 5, 10 years. We started the journey and we have said very clearly, whenever we open the office, if people prefer to work from home, they can work from home. If they prefer to work in the office, they can work in the office. We are learning to have inclusive meetings. We all know that if 9 people are on the call and 9 people are in the call, 8 of them are in the one room, it might be that one person who is on e-call, there might be a tendency to forget that he or she is on the call. So we do build up the knowledge how to have inclusive meetings. So we are adapting to the hybrid working model, and we encourage people to use it.
Okay, we have 17 seconds until we turn to Delta Studio in-house. But my final question is, how is the user experience of Zoom compared to Teams, Microsoft Teams? Now we are in Zoom.
Yeah, I know. I have my daughter uses that one for the university last year for Amsterdam University a lot. She loved it, but she loves Teams as well. User experience so far positive, but I don't feel so comfortable about it. We are curious, right?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank
And
you.
let's now turn to Delta Studio in-house.